Just a quick disclaimer before the video starts. I was inspired from probably Spider-Man's video on this same topic. So probably Spider-Man, if you're seeing this, I promise you bro, I'm not copying you. I just really love your content and yeah, it's a really great video. So everyone check him out before watching my video because his video is way better on it. Subscribe to probably Spider-Man, great guy. Basketball. Piss yellow eyes. Edgy. These are some of the many terms to describe the Amazing Spider-Man suit, but I'm going to tell you today why the Amazing Spider-Man suit is actually a good suit. The year is 2011. Sony have absolutely shafted Sam Raimi and cancelled his Spider-Man 4. Along with that, they're beginning a reboot called The Amazing Spider-Man with a brand new actor and a brand new suit. Fast forward a year later, the year's 2012, the movie's been out and people cannot stop complaining about the suit. They're calling it basketball, they're calling it piss yellow eyes, they're calling it too edgy, they're calling it not comic accurate. And I will admit, I was one of those people for a long time. It's only since recently, upon a rewatch, upon a few videos on YouTube, that I've actually come to realise the genius of this suit. You see, this suit isn't a Spider-Man suit. This isn't Spider-Man's suit. This is Peter Parker out for vengeance suit. This is what he would wear. For the first half of this movie, we see Peter is out for vengeance for Uncle Ben's killer. He's not really being the friendly neighbourhood Spider-Man that we all know who goes around saving people. He's quite literally got a vendetta against one group of people, and that is he's trying to figure out who Uncle Ben's killer is. He couldn't care if someone else was getting beaten up unless that fit the description of Uncle Ben's killer. He had a vendetta and he was going for one person and he was quite literally just a vigilante. And because of this, we see this Peter is angry, he's cocky, he's not witty, he's cocky. And we see that in the scene where he knives up the guy with the knife and he's laughing. And he's just a bit of a dick, he's got a chip on his shoulder. And like, this isn't the usual Peter Parker that we know. And the suit that he's wearing is meant to reflect that. Like, this isn't a friendly neighbourhood Spider-Man. This is just a Peter with a chip on his shoulder, and his edgy suit reflects that. Now, if you were to make this suit in real life, say for cosplay, it'd be near impossible. Like, there's too many details, the lines, the seams, and the webbing and the material, it's just too much. I mean, it's been done, but accurately, I don't think it's been done very well. However, in terms of the universe of the movie, we see Peter create the suit, and you know, you get all the close-up shots of him putting the web shooters on his wrist, and you can literally see seams in the suit. You can see where he sewed it together, and it looks realistic. It gives it that look of, yeah, Peter could totally make that. It looks homemade. Even though it's not a homemade suit, it looks like Peter has quite literally made it. It doesn't look like a fancy Hollywood Spider-Man suit like the previous one or the one after that. Even the front logo and the back logo itself like reflects Peter's mood in a way. Like, it's straight, it's angular, it's edged, it looks angry. The whole suit looks angry, and that is because Peter is angry. And it's not until the next movie that we actually see, you know, an arguably better suit and a more friendlier looking suit, because Peter in that film has gotten over Uncle Ben's killer. He's fighting for the people now, so he needs a friendlier look. Now, one criticism that I've always hated is the yellow eyes criticism. Now, I get it, Spider-Man always has white eyes, but I've looked at edits of this suit with white eyes and it doesn't even look any better. In fact, in my opinion, it looks worse. And the reason why the suit eyes are yellow in the first place is because they're not actual lenses. Like, it's just a pair of sunglasses put into like holes of the mask, and like, it's literally just a pair of sunglasses. Like, literally, he's just cut out the lenses and put them in, and like, it doesn't look that bad. In a lot of shots, it doesn't even look yellow. It's only in promotional shots that it actually looks yellow, like this picture right here. But in the movie, you can barely even tell it's yellow. In some parts, it looks black. The main thing that everyone can agree on with this suit is how realistic, quote unquote, it looks like, because you can see the seams, like I said before, and the material, it looks it just looks real. Like, it, people call it basketball, but like, the thing is, if you look at, especially around the hands area where his gloves are, you can see how the red seams onto the blue part of the glove, and you can see where he's sewn it together. And I just really like that detail, because you never get that in Spider-Man films. I mean, with Tom's films, it's just fully CGI most of the time, and in the Raimi films, it's like some 20 grand Hollywood suit that looks perfect, whereas this suit looks like Peter has literally just made it, wore it, and boom, like he's actually put time into it, and it looks great. Even details like he's cut the sole of a tennis shoe and put it onto the bottom of his boot to add more padding, like that makes sense. Like, if you had a Spider-Man suit in real life, you'd be adding padding, and obviously if you're running on just bare fabric, it's going to hurt your feet. So obviously he's put the sole of a shoe under his boot, which is very Peter Parker in my opinion. He's always like using materials around him, and yeah, it doesn't even look that bad. Like, you can't even notice it in some of the pictures that I'm looking at here. Like, you generally can't even notice the tennis shoe sole until, you know, he's lifted his foot up, and even then it doesn't even look that bad. I've never actually seen a criticism about that, but I can imagine people criticising that part of the suit, but personally I don't see an issue with it. One detail that I really like about this suit is the hexagon pattern within the red and the blue. Like, if you really zoom in, you can see these hexagons, and it just adds more texture to the whole suit. Now, a lot of people don't like this because it makes it look like a basketball, but I wouldn't blame that on the hexagons. It's more just, I don't know, maybe the lighting or the material, but yeah, who cares if it looks like a basketball. Now, yeah, when the film came out, I wasn't a fan of the suit, but I never hated the suit, and I never understood why people had hatred towards the suit. Like, I get if you don't like the look of it, because to be fair, it doesn't look very Spider-Man-y, but at the same time it does. It still maintains that red and blue colour scheme, but the thing is that this Peter's angry, and so is this Spider-Man. It's that simple. The suit is meant to reflect whoever's underneath it, and Peter in this film is angry, therefore the suit looks angry, looks pissed off, looks ugly, not friendly at all. And yeah, I don't understand hating this suit. I understand not liking it, but to be honest, it's not a bad suit. Like, it doesn't deserve the hate. I'd say suits like the Iron Spider from the MCU, now I know, hot take, but that's not a great suit. It's not at all. Like, it's not a good suit. The Iron Spider suit from the MCU, not a great suit. And you should probably check out Spider-Man's video on that, because he goes in depth about that suit and why it's not good. But yeah, that's another video for another time. It's easy to look at this suit and call it the realistic suit. It looks realistic. That's an easy compliment to give it, because that is what he's going for. Like, the TASM universe started out as the realistic Spider-Man universe, and it's obvious, like, the way we see Peter make his suit, we don't see that in other films. And yeah, and the colours are really toned down because it's meant to, you know, look less comic booky and more real worldy, because when this film came out, it came out alongside the end of the Nolan trilogy, which was Batman's equivalent of the realistic universe, and so that was like a trend in the superhero genre at that time, was realism, and obviously Spider-Man took part in that, and this was the result of that. Now, obviously, because this film is a reboot, it was trying its hardest to not be like the Raimi films. It was being everything opposite, because it was new. The word that they were using was new, brand new start, reboot. And so obviously the suit will reflect that. Even when you look at concept art and early designs of the suit, it's all trying to be not like Raimi, anti-Raimi, because it's a reboot. And obviously they're not going to go with another comic book accurate Spider-Man suit. They're going to do something radically different, because it catches our eye and it draws us in, and it also lets us know that, yeah, this is a reboot, this is a new Spider-Man, this is a new Peter Parker, this is a new universe. But yeah, that's all I've got to say. I mean, I probably didn't explain why I love this suit very well, but hey, listen, if you hate this suit, you're just simply wrong. I'm joking. But yeah, hope you enjoyed this video, and to be fair, I am seeing a lot more love for this suit in recent years, and you know, I want to see more of it because it is a great suit. But yeah, anyways, I'll see you in the next video.